It's the Crosstown Trivia Classic, round one, game one, between Dom Amedio and David McBrearty and Ethan Kortz. Welcome to the first round of the Crosstown Trivia Classic. I'm so excited to have you all here to officially watch this. I've been working on this for a couple weeks now. I've reached out to some of my closest friends who are encyclopedias of the game, some could say. Some may not be, but that's why they're a team. We got Dom, we got David, we got Ethan. Dom, tell us a little about yourself. Dom, tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from? Tell the people all about you.
Well, sadly, I'm a diehard Chicago White Sox fan from Evergreen Park, Illinois. Big fan of the Sox. Unfortunately, they've been terrible for most of my life, so it's been a hard 21 years of being a Sox fan. But yeah, excited to be here, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, when someone asked me who they think is the favorite of this tournament, I tabbed you as the favorite just because Mikey Mikey
Appreciate it.
on Mikey on 120 always says that I'm a baseball encyclopedia, but then they have no idea. I was like, you have no idea about Dom, and you'll people that are watching, you'll later meet who Nick is as well. But David, Ethan, two avid White Sox fans, but more on the other side of town with their favorite sports teams. David, Ethan, go. Whoever wants to go first, tell us a little about yourself. Go ahead.
So I'm Ethan. I'm from Chicago, and me and David are easily the most slept on people in this tournament. Ben literally told us we'll make it this. He didn't expect us to make it past the first round.
We weren't even a team till we had to fight for our team.
We were also told that we were easily the worst ranked seed in the tournament.
Ben asked me to produce this like I was gonna be an employee or something.
And we are here to prove everyone wrong.
Well, there you guys have them. That's Dom and Ethan right there. Let's get into a little bit of the rules of the tournament. I ran over it with the guys before we started, but obviously I want to let you guys know what this is. It's a little bit of a rip on the dozen trivia produced by Barstool Sports, but we kind of have our own spin on it. So shout out to Jeff D'Lo and those guys over there. They're doing great things. But this one is all sports trivia, and it's all Chicago sports trivia. So since it's a baseball themed podcast, it's going to be all about baseball. In the first round, this will be the only White Sox matchup. Everything else after that will be Cubs and White Sox. But since we have three White Sox fans here, that's how it's going to go. The layout is 5 White Sox questions, 1 Bears question, 1 Blackhawks question, 1 Bulls question, and 1 Chicago jersey math. So that's how the rundown is. No steals. Everything's worth 1 point. It's going to be a minute long for each question for them to formulate an answer. And then if they do not get that right, it will be 30 seconds over to the next person. So with that being said, I'm going to have David and Ethan be first up, and then Dom will go after that. We're going to split it. We're not going to do all 5 White Sox questions in a row. It's going to be White Sox and then Bulls and then White Sox and then Bears and so forth. So you guys ready to play some trivia? Ethan and David. After an 8-year career with the White Sox, Alexi Ramirez left town to play for one last season in 2016. What team did he play for? You can't mute yourself. You can't mute yourself.
Whoa, Dom can hear us then.
Hold up. No, it doesn't matter. You guys have
Start the clock.
Okay, but you guys have to talk it through.
Dom can hear us?
Yes.
All right, fine, whatever. Okay.
Here we go.
Sorry.
All right.
Want to re-ask the question, you can re-ask the question.
All right. After an 8-year career with the White Sox, Alexi Ramirez left town to play for one last season in 2016. What team did he play for? I'm also accepting 2 possible answers here because he played for 2 teams in 2016. All I need is 1, though.
Dom's giggling over there. I think the Tigers got a giggle out of him.
All right, well, which one's the other team to be then?
Yankees?
30 seconds.
Look at that. Keeps wanting the Tigers.
Fifteen seconds.
All right, so we'll say Tigers.
Tigers, Yankees. You said?
Sure.
I just need one. Just give me one answer.
I thought you said we can.
No,
you accept.
I'll accept two different answers. All right, I need an answer.
The Detroit Tigers. Final answer.
Over to Dom. Dom, 30
can
seconds
seal
on
that.
the clock.
San Diego Padres.
That is correct. Dom on the board with 1 point. We'll go over to Dom's question. Before coming to Chicago in 2005, what team did World Series MVP Jermaine Dye play for 3 seasons prior to the White Sox?
I'm going to say the Oakland Athletics.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
That is correct. Jermaine Dye did play for 3 seasons with the Oakland Athletics.
Do that one.
Were you gonna say it? Would you told me no?
What's up?
Were you confident enough to tell me no for that?
I can't even read what that says.
All right, we'll go to Chicago Bulls now for the next question. David and Ethan, what college did former Chicago Bulls point guard Chris Dunn attend?
ACC. Is he a Big Ten kid?
I feel like it'd be maybe like a Creighton or like a Seton Hall.
No, I don't think he was on a bigger team. I think he went far into the March Madness.
30 seconds left.
He went far in March Madness. I don't remember. He was a higher draft pick.
15 seconds remaining.
It's like Duke.
No.
5, 4.
Virginia. Final
3.
answer.
That is incorrect. Dom, over to you now. What college did former Chicago Bulls point guard Chris Dunn attend? 30 seconds on the clock.
Man. This is tough. I'm thinking it's somewhere on the East Coast. I'm pretty sure. Just trying to think of, I don't think it's ACC. So I'm stumped.
10 seconds left.
I'll say Georgetown, but that's not it.
That is also incorrect. You guys were kind of right with the East Coast. Ethan, I thought he was going to get on the track of something. It was Providence. Chris Dunn attended Providence. All right, over to Dom now for his Chicago Bulls question. Also very similar in colleges. What college did former Chicago Bulls power forward Bobby Portis attend? 1 minute on the clock.
Arkansas.
That is also correct. Dom comes out to a 3-0 lead now. And we're going to go back to the Chicago White Sox for Ethan and David. In 2021, the White Sox made 2 crosstown trades with the Cubs. The White Sox acquired 2 relievers, one being Craig Kimbrell. Who was the other in the other trade?
Like Tony something.
Oh my gosh.
Tony.
No. What's his name? Oh my gosh. Hang on, stop. Oh my God. Ryan Tepera.
Oh yeah.
That is correct. Ethan
Oh,
and
let's
David
go, dude.
get their first White Sox question on
Nice.
the board.
Dom.
Good poll.
Now we're going to go over to Dom for his White Sox question. In 2017, the White Sox got a return of prospects and a veteran reliever, part of the Todd Frazier Yankee trade. Who was the veteran reliever? 1 minute on the clock.
You kind of went out. Could you say that again?
Sorry, I'll repeat the question. In 2017, the White Sox got a return of prospects and a veteran reliever as part of the Todd Frazier Yankee trade. Who was the veteran reliever?
Oh, shit. No. I could swear, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, no
My
worries.
bad. So who they got back in the trade or who they traded away?
So it was a return of prospects, and then they also got a veteran reliever as a throw-in.
I'm going to say Tyler Clippard.
That is correct. Dom with a 4-1 lead now over Ethan and David. Before we go over to our Chicago Bears question for Ethan and David. Here we go. David shaking his head. He's got the Bears hat on. He seems like he's ready to go for this one. In 2020, the Chicago Bears signed this veteran wide receiver / specialist to a 1-year deal. His time with the Bears only lasted till November of that season. Who was it? No whispering. No whispering.
Yeah.
Is that it? And wait, what year?
In 2020.
He's a return. Yeah.
Is that his first name?
Do we have to get first name, last name, or can we just give last name?
No, we need the first name.
The first name?
So we need first and last name. Yes.
Oh.
30 seconds.
Oh, wait, 30 seconds.
That's not Taylor Gabriel. It's not.
No. I think that's
I
it.
think that's it. Yeah, it is. Marquise Goodwin, final answer.
That is incorrect. Dom, over to you now. I'll repeat the question before the clock starts.
Okay.
In 2020, the Chicago Bears signed this veteran wide receiver / specialist to a 1-year deal. His time with the Bears only lasted till November of that season. Who was it?
I got 2 names in mind. Thinking either Ted Ginn Jr. or who was the other one that I was just thinking of?
15 seconds remaining.
Ted Ginn Jr. or Jakeem Grant. I'm going to go Ted Ginn Jr.
That is correct. 5-1. Dom off to a roaring lead over Ethan and David. Before we go over to Dom's Bears question. Here we go, Dom. Minute on the clock, starting now. Or excuse me, after I start the question. In 2019, the Chicago Bears signed this running back as a plan to try and replace Jordan Howard. Who was it?
Running back 2019. You said they acquired him or drafted him?
They signed him, excuse me.
They signed him. Okay. Is it Cordero Patterson?
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
That is incorrect. Dom misses a question for 30 seconds over to David and Ethan. I'll repeat the question one more time. In 2019, the Chicago Bears signed this running back as a plan to try and replace Jordan Howard. Who was it?
Right?
Yeah.
Mike Davis, final answer.
Oh, shit.
That is correct. Dom, Ethan and David get on the board again, making it 5-2 before they go over to their third White Sox question. Here we go. In 2020, the White Sox signed this 16-year MLB veteran designated hitter. He proceeded to hit an abysmal 157 with the White Sox across this shortened season. Who was it? Can I have his
Edwin
name?
Encarnacion!
That is correct.
Incorrect.
That is correct. First White Sox question, or excuse me, second White Sox question.
That's
on
our
the-
second.
Yes, second White Sox question on the board. David with the parrot, Edwin Encarnacion. What an abysmal career that was for him. Okay, Dom, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
This former first round pick catcher played with the White Sox for 2 seasons before he ultimately got sent to the Athletics in 2015. He spent 5 years with Oakland. Who was it? 1 minute on the clock.
You said he was a first round pick.
Correct. And he spent 2 seasons with the White Sox.
Catcher.
Yep.
I don't think he was a first rounder. I'm trying to think.
30 seconds remaining.
Is it Josh Bagley?
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
That is correct. Josh Fegley for Dom puts him up 6-3 before we go into our Blackhawks questions. All right, Ethan, David, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. In 2015, what rental player did the Blackhawks acquire at the deadline from Arizona that helped them ultimately win a Stanley Cup? A minute on the clock. Speak it out loud.
30 seconds.
You said from the Coyotes?
Correct.
Go through the lines. I'm through, so that's 2013.
30 seconds remaining.
I want to say one, but I don't think it's right.
Who?
Maybe Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Michael Roosevelt, final answer.
Oh no, no one's wrong.
That is incorrect. Over to Dom now. 30 seconds on the clock after I repeat the question. In 2015, what rental did the Blackhawks acquire at the deadline from Arizona that ultimately helped them win a Stanley Cup?
The correct answer is Antoine Vermette.
Oh,
That is correct, Dom, with a 7-2 lead, or excuse me, 7-3 lead.
3.
7-3 lead over David and Ethan before it goes over to Dom's Blackhawks question. Dom, a minute on the clock after the question. In 2016, the Hawks traded Teuvo Teravainen to the Hurricanes. Who was the second player sent in that trade?
Teravainen to the Hurricanes. Who was the second?
30 seconds
I think
remaining.
you got me on this one. Think you got me. Teuvo Teravainen, the Hurricanes.
15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Nick Schmaltz.
That is incorrect. Over to David and Ethan for 30 seconds. Let me repeat the question. In 2016, the Hawks traded Teuvo Teravainen to the Hurricanes. Who was the second player sent in that trade?
It was a goalie too before you even said that.
Because I don't think it's Darling, because I think Darling played later. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, Darling, and then Darling went to
later.
Vegas, I think too.
Yeah, he did. I
I would think it was a goalie. Yeah, I think it was that goalie. I was thinking goalie before anything.
So
10 seconds remaining.
Antti Ranta, final answer.
That is incorrect. I think I heard
Wow.
David say it. Did you say Brian Bickle earlier?
That's just my guy.
Well, it was Brian Bickle. David's got the jersey and he doesn't even know.
And
So
Antti Raanta was a good guess. I actually thought that was it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he did play for the Hurricanes.
Jersey
They
too.
both, because dude, Ranta and I'm pretty sure Ranta and Darling, they both played for Carolina.
I thought it was a goalie too when you started bringing it up, Darling or Raanta.
Well, no points on that one. We're going to go over to another White Sox question. You guys got to tack on some points here. That would have been a huge get for you guys to get that Blackhawks one, but ultimately it's going to come down to White Sox and jersey math. Here we go.
Yes.
David and Ethan.
All right, we got it. All right, whoa, time out.
Okay, let's hear it.
What happens if there's a draw?
We will have to go to an overtime, and I have it decided, but we're going to take a step back if it ultimately ends up happening, and we'll like come back into the Zoom when I have that all figured out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, back to you guys for the White Sox. Name this former White Sox infielder based on his career path: Philadelphia, Cleveland, Chicago White Sox, Washington Nationals. A minute on the clock. Sox infielder, Philadelphia, Cleveland, White Sox, Nationals.
You may get the year he was on the Sox?
No, that would be a giveaway.
No.
All right, so we should know this then.
30 seconds. Philadelphia, Cleveland, White Sox, Nationals.
Who's been our second baseman for the past couple of years? Like, just go off naming them.
Like Harrison.
No, but not Harrison. Madrigal, no. Who is the other second baseman?
15 seconds.
Danny Mendick or
Danny
the Yerry
10,
Garcia?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to need a final answer.
Yerry Garcia.
That is incorrect. Right direction. Let's see if Dom could go that way. Dom, name this former White Sox infielder based on their career path: Philadelphia, Cleveland, White Sox, Washington. 30 seconds.
The correct answer is Cesar Hernandez.
That is correct. Dom, just a dominant performance thus far. You don't even think there's enough points on the board right now for Ethan and David to come back, but we will.
We have the double dip.
No, we're gonna play on
Jeopardy at the end.
Double elimination.
Dom's still got to get his White Sox question. Here we go. Name this retired White Sox infielder based on their career path: San Francisco Giants, White Sox, Angels, back to the Giants. A minute on the clock.
Giants, Sox, Angels. Did he start the Giants? I'm going to Connor Gillespie.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
That is correct. Almost postseason legend for the San Francisco Giants in 2016 before the Chicago Cubs got in his way, but he absolutely tortured teams in the playoffs. All right, here we go. Chicago jersey math.
Jersey math is worth 3.
No.
Come on.
Jersey math. This is what determines the whole game.
Jersey math is worth 3.
I'll let jersey math be worth 2 if you get the paper out of there.
Ooh.
No, we're
2
not
and
doing
a double
dip. No double dip. No double dip. Okay, so for anyone that's confused on what Chicago jersey math is, you'll eventually see it in the graphics, but it's a bunch of athletes. You take their number, you add them up. And it's based on the number they wore with their time with that Chicago sports team. to David and Ethan first. All addition, no subtraction, no division, or anything like that. It's all adding. So, David and Ethan, give me Chris Sale plus Taj Gibson plus Marian Hossa. A minute on the clock. Once again, Chris Sale plus Taj Gibson plus Marian Hossa.
41. For who? Chris Sale.
Yeah, no,
41?
no other one.
Okay. So this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gibson's 22, right?
Yeah.
Closer to 80.
Yeah.
Final answer 152.
That is correct. Dom and Ethan put their brains to
Nice.
work, managed to
Called me
get their
Dom twice. He's called me Dom twice. I'm your roommate.
David, excuse me. David. Oh, and look at Dom. Dom's got the Tony La Russa shirt
At
on.
the beginning, he was at the beginning. He was like Ethan. At the beginning, he was like Ethan and Dom. Get ready for your first question.
You see me every day.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's a little nerve-wracking. This is the first trivia game. I don't want to. I don't want to
Yeah, that's
screw
why
anything
it
up.
should not be single elimination. I thought Dom was on Ethan's team for the first question. That's why we didn't get it.
Yeah,
All right.
that's why.
All right. This one is actually going to Dom. I'm pretty sure the game is out of reach now, but if Dom misses this,
Double dip points.
things get a little more interesting. Dom, give me Chicago jersey math. If you want to write it down just like they did, go ahead. If you want to get a piece of paper or something. Do you already got one? All right, Dom, here we go. Minute on the clock after the question. Jake Peavy plus Akeem Hicks plus Lonzo Ball. Minute on the clock. Once again, I'll repeat. Jake Peavy plus Akeem Hicks plus Lonzo Ball.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, let's hear your answer.
I'm going to say 140, 142, 142.
That is correct. Dom with his 10th point and ultimately puts the game out of reach for Ethan and David. But you know what? We got one round left. They could boost their stats a little
keep
bit.
going.
Let's see. Let's see what we got here for David and Ethan with their last Chicago White Sox question. David and Ethan. In 2020, Lucas Giolito threw a no-hitter, the first of his career. What team was the no-hitter against? 1 minute on the clock.
We'd like to use our double dip and our 2 times fireball.
No, just answer the question.
I think it's Pirates.
What's that?
That was the Pirates, right? I swear I watched the game. I literally texted Nick when I was like, this is the first game I ever watched Golden Star.
Yeah, just say it.
Pittsburgh Pirates, final answer.
That is correct. One more.
Great job.
Excuse me, one more as JD Martinez hits a home run to hit me and David's parlay.
Whoa, real? Actually?
Oh,
Wow. That's awesome.
All right. Well,
and Jacob scored.
all right. Well, it never doesn't get entertaining around here with these folks, but that's a hell of a hit. I got to keep my composure right now. Dom, one more question. You're going to be moving on, but get a little practice for who potentially could be your next opponent. And this is a good one. I know you're going to get this one. In 2013, Gordon Beckham made a costly error in the 9th inning that led to an all-time Hawk Harrelson rant. What team did Beckham make the error against?
You gotta be beating me. Correct answer is the New York Mets.
That is correct. Dominic Amedio with a dominant 11-5 win over Ethan and David. Ethan and David, before we let you go, any thoughts on how the trivia game went?
So personally, I thought this was rigged from the start.
The no double dip, the no fireball times 2 for the jersey math. Unbelievable. What is this, amateur hour?
Ben pretty much told us from the beginning that we're not going to make it past the first round.
Ben didn't want us to make it past the first round.
You know what? We put up a hard fight, and we will be back.
All props to Dom for cheating the entire time. You totally don't deserve this.
I was not cheating.
Dom, 11-5 win. We called you the encyclopedia. I don't think, what questions did you miss besides the Blackhawks one?
I missed the Mike Davis.
Mike
one.
Davis.
Yeah, we got that one right.
Yeah, that I should lose just because of that one.
You
And
quit.
then I think I forfeit. I think I missed another one too. I'm pretty sure the Hawks one, Mike Davis, and then Chris Dunn. I missed.
Chris Dunn, right. Either way, really dominant. Just your White Sox of the knowledge, or excuse me, your knowledge of the White Sox could carry you super far into this tournament. We'll see who you're facing next week when we record. This episode's going to obviously be out shortly, and we're excited for you guys to follow along. Once again, David and Ethan, thank you for joining along. I know this probably isn't the end result you guys wanted, but as you said, you will be back. And Dom, we'll find out your opponent soon, but I appreciate you for joining, and I think it's going to be a fun tournament.
I can't wait to move on, see who I'm going to play. Should be a good one, whoever I face next.
Once again, this was the 120 Crosstown Trivia Classic tournament. I appreciate you all for watching. The next match that you will see is Mikey Fernelli and Liam Lyons, so that will definitely be an exciting one. Once again, thank you all for watching, and go Cubs.